Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another exciting episode of The Twist. Have you tried bushmeat before? Have you tried any kind of bushmeat before? So I can see some of you asking questions already, like, what is bushmeat? What is she talking about? Together, we're going to see what I'm talking about, okay? So we're going to be cooking grass cutter or cutting grass, like we commonly call it in Cameroon, cutting grass, all right? So if you've never had the chance to see or to eat bushmeat, join me and let's do this together. For those who are joining me for the first time, my name is Chanazi, and all I do is twist the little things my mom showed me in her beautiful, beautiful traditional kitchen. So we are going to start by washing our meat. All right. So here we have our already soaked, smoked grass cutter. So I had to soak it overnight because it was kind of really hard. It was smoked and literally dry meat. That's how we call it. So I soaked it overnight, and then the next day I had to wash it thoroughly. I used some salt to scrub it because our meat has to travel from the forest to the kitchen, to the market, and then to our homes. So yeah, here we are washing our meat. Just make sure you wash it thoroughly. And then at the stage, wash and rinse. Our meat is nicely washed, it's clean. I'm going to slice them as desired. I'm just going to do this huge, big chunks, big chunks, yes, because we really need to enjoy it. Right. So I'm slicing my meat and I'll just give it a last rinse and set it aside. Okay. All right. Our next ingredient is going to be smoked fish. So we're going to be adding smoked fish to our dish of today. All right. So I also had to soak it overnight because it was really, really dry. And today I had to wash it, having in mind that I did not smoke this fish personally. So our fish also traveled from the sea to I don't know, to the farm, to the market, and then finally got to our kitchen. So we need to make sure that our fish is thoroughly washed. Next is our bitter leaf. We had dry bitter leaf, so I also had to soak it overnight, right? So I'm just going to rinse it, boil some water, and then give it a second rinse. Okay, so our water is boiling. I just dropped my bitter leaf in there, allowed it to sit for like 1 minute, and then I rinse it off. Okay, so I don't need to wash it. I just want it to, I just want it to get a little bit soft, a little bit tender, a little bit tender. Okay, let's have a quick look at all the ingredients that we're going to be using. In my little bowl here, I have my grounded fulum or country onions. Then I have four whole ones. So I'm going to be dropping them in the pot just to enhance the flavor. And then I have here some three Scotch bonnet peppers, and I have a small sized onion, or what I call it, a medium sized onion. This is optional. Then I've got my crayfish in a small bowl. I've got my smoked fish. We also have washed our smoked fish. And then we've got the king of the day, our cutting grass. We have our cutting grass or our grass cutter. All right. So we've got our grass cutter nicely washed, and we have here our plantain. Now you need to use green plantains. Your plantains must be green. Then we have our already washed bitter leaf and of course some palm oil. There's nothing without palm oil when it comes to um plantain, Ndamu plantain. All right. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start peeling our plantain. I'll just apply some palm oil on my hands just to prevent the sticky liquid from my plantain to stain my hands. I'll always use this in my videos. If you've watched most of my videos, you see me applying oil on my hands. This is just a traditional way of protecting your hands when you're peeling plantains, banana, and all those stuff that have got the sticky liquid. Okay, do you understand? So just peel your plantain. You do not need to scrape your plantain. You just need to peel your plantain. Make sure you peel them nice and clean. Then you're good. You are good. You do not need to scrape. No scraping. All right. Once you're done peeling your plantain, go ahead and rinse them. I just had to wash them a little bit. Yes, I just went ahead to wash my plantains. And then we are almost getting there. We're almost there. So in a different clean pot, in a clean pot, I just went ahead to place my plantain. Now you place your plantains at the bottom of the pot. Yes, you place them whole. We do not slice them. You just place your plantains whole, add in some water, then add your bitter leaf. So I just added my bitter leaf, added my onions. I sliced my onions off camera. And then I went in with my king of the day, the cutting grass. I added my cutting grass. I'm so excited. It's been a while that I had this. Then I added some salt to it, covered, and allowed it to boil. Now, in a little pot, you saw me boiling some pasta. That's because the baby of the house is not ready to eat the grass cutter. I also went ahead to quickly peel some Irish potatoes to make something beautiful for her. All right. So while that is cooking, I'm just gonna peel my country onions. All right, just peel your country onions. You can toast them. Always remember to toast them. So it's time to add our country onions in our pot. We're going to be adding the grounded country onions and the whole ones. So just drop them in your pot and then add a little bit of water if you want. I also went ahead to add my fish at this stage. So I added my fish, then added my scotch bonnet pepper and my palm oil. So you can see our pot is cooking, is boiling beautifully. Now let's go ahead and see what we can make for the baby of the house. Now we had some leftover stew in the refrigerator. I had to take it out and see what I could do. So I just transferred it into a pot and then added my um, sliced Irish potatoes, added some water and covered it to cook. While it was cooking, we also went ahead to double check our pot of plantain. Now, just taste and adjust your seasoning. In case you need more fulung, you can go ahead and add. If you need more salt, you can add more. So here I needed more salt and I went ahead to add a little bit more. Okay. Then next we're going to double check our pot of potato for the baby. So it's cooking beautifully. It's almost tender. And then we're going to go ahead and add our carrots. I'm going to add my carrots. I made some carrots. Some leeks and some bell peppers. I'm just going to add them in there, give it a beautiful stir. I like it to cook for about 1 minute, then I'll add my pasta. And once I add the pasta, I'll just stir everything beautifully. I'll sprinkle some love to it, allow it to cook for about 2 more minutes, and I'm going to take it off the heat. She was very happy when I made this for her. She was extremely happy. Yeah. Next is our crayfish. So we're going to be adding our crayfish into our pot, but we won't be adding all. We're just going to add half and leave half for later. Honestly, I'm going to say this. Uh, Please do not get me wrong. I wasn't really satisfied with the palm oil I used. It was some palm oil from Ghana, I think, but I wasn't really satisfied. It wasn't giving me the result that I wanted. So I had to go for my Cameroonian palm oil. I had to add more of the oil because this plantain needs, uh, there is a texture of oil that you need. I don't know how I can explain it, but yeah. So so I had to add that oil and we are almost getting towards the end. I added the remaining crayfish, added some more water and allow it to cook. You do not need to use a spoon or a spatula to stir this. You just need to swing your pot, and that's it. This is how this meal is cooked. So yeah, you can see our water is almost dry and you have just the oil because the plantain needs to absorb that oil. Oh my God, it needs to absorb that oil. The meat needs to absorb that oil. At this stage, our plantain is ready and it's time. It is time to do what we know how to do at Chanaziz. It's tasting time. So we're going to serve our cutting grass with some fish, some plantain, and some bitter leaf. The bitter leaf brings a different twist to this meal that I can't explain. You just need to experience it. I mean, you need to have a taste of it and you understand what I'm talking about. All right. So I had some little avocado on the side, but the avocado wasn't really giving. It wasn't that good. But yeah, this dish with a side dish of avocado is awesome. Trust me, it's awesome. Now, before you come for me, yes, I am using my hands because it tastes even better when you use your hands. Oh, oh my God. This dish was so delicious. Trust me, feel free to use your cutleries, but I have my hands and ah, this was the end result. Then I had to top it up with a cup of turmeric tea. Now you can go ahead and have a glass of wine or a glass of palm wine, but I enjoyed it with my cup of tea. I leveled everything with my cup of tea. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Please let's remember to spread some love out there. Bye.